Good morning, how are you today? What I'm going to share with you is probably the biggest MOS haul from Bath & Body Works you will ever see in your life. So just to give you a little bit of context, if you don't know who I am, my name is Melissa and I work at a Bath & Body Works and I have done so for about 7 years now. And in the past, I have discussed one of the employee perks from working at Bath & Body Works, which is MOS. So pretty much what MOS is, it stands for marked out of system or marked out of stock. And what happens is when there's old stock at Bath & Body Works that we no longer plan on selling, what we do is we have to mark it out of the system during our inventory. It happens once every year, and what we do with those products that we no longer can sell is that we make a big pile in the back room and we host an MOS employee sale. And how it usually ends up going is you can fill up a medium shopper Bath & Body Works bag for $5 a piece. So as you can imagine, it's a very good sale, very good deal. It's almost like giving away free product at that point. There are some MOS sales that happen where there's no products at all, or maybe just like one or two things. And then there's other times like this time where there's just way too much product and we have so many extras that all of the employees can take pretty much as they want as long as they spend $5 per bag. And then thankfully what a new thing that Bath & Body Works is doing is that with any leftover MOS products, we end up sending it back to the company and they will be donating it to some nonprofit organization. I'm not exactly sure who they are donating it to. It might vary depending on the store. There might be different kind of local donating spots. So now that you know what MOS is, I'm going to share with you all of the goodies that I grabbed from the MOS sale. I actually am just going to share with you the products that I plan on using myself, my family, or Jose's family, kind of my immediate circle, what we plan on keeping ourselves. What I'm sharing with you today is actually just about a third of what I purchased. So I got 3 huge canvas bags total. So I spent about maybe $15 or $20. Some of them were $5 a bag, and then towards the end it was just $5 for one huge bag. So for the other 2/3 that I'm not going to show you, I plan on holding on to it for a while and using it to gift if I ever need a gift for someone I don't know very well, or sometimes you know those random moments in life when you're like, oh, I need a gift for somebody, so I'm going to save some of it for that. I'm going to save some of it for donating during Christmas and holiday time because I know that my mall does a giving tree, and oftentimes teenage girls will put their tags as Bath & Body Works or perfume or body care. And then also I have Bath & Body Works giveaways in mind for my YouTube channel. So some of the things that I plan on maybe doing for when I host giveaways on my channel, I might want to keep that a little bit under wraps so that it's more of a surprise when we get to that point. So there will be many products that I am not showing you. So just keep in mind that the stuff that I'm going to show you today is the stuff that my immediate circle and I will be using only. I'm also only going to show you that much just because if I were to show you everything, it would take so long. It would probably be like an hour-long video just because there is really a lot of stuff to go through. So even with what I have to show you today, I'm going to try to keep the pace up because there is so much to burn through. So let's get started. So let me just show you the size of this bag. It is too heavy for me to lift very easily. So just take a look at this. Like compared to my body, look at how big this is. Like this has got to weigh 50 pounds. One last thing I will say before I start this haul is that the amount of MOS that my store had is very unusual, especially for the fact that we are a smaller store. And so this isn't necessarily common, which is why I said that this is probably the largest MOS haul you will ever see. I have a theory as to why my store ended up with so much MOS this time around, and I think it was because it was a stockroom issue. Something I'm really excited about this MOS haul that I was able to grab a lot of is the Wallflower Plugs and the fancy ones for seasons. So normally something that I do not like to purchase at Bath & Body Works is fancy Wallflower Plugs just because I feel like the price point on them is so high and they rarely go on any kind of discount other than during semi-annual sale when they get clearanced out. So what you're going to see here is some old seasonal Wallflower Plugs. These were at one point clearance at semi-annual sale, and these are the ones that nobody in my store purchased, and so they got boxed up and turned into MOS. I use the Wallflowers sparingly, but I really do love these as night lights as well, so I usually use these mainly in the bathroom. So here's the first one I got. This is a cute autumnal home with a little maple tree in the front, and this one is actually a projector, so when you plug it in you can kind of see the image there. It's got some maple leaves that display on the wall of the lights. So this is described as a silhouette of fall leaves displaying above a glassy house, inviting you home for the season, reflecting red, orange, and white across your wall. This illuminates the perfect autumn scene in every home. So This is definitely one of the chunkier, larger ones. Here we've got some double stacked pumpkins. This one was originally $14.95, and I know it went down to clearance 75% off at one point. This one is a little bit different. It's one of the scent control ones, which I've actually never owned one of the scent controlling ones before, so I'm excited to give that a try. It makes it so you can disperse less fragrance. You can have it low, medium, or high amount of fragrance if you're noticing you don't smell your scent anymore. Either way, this one is like some little fuzzy gourds, and I think that's super cute for fall as well. And then last of the autumn ones, I got these 2 stacked maple leaves. I got 2 winter ones as well. I've got a snowman here. Poor Frosty. The design is supposed to be like this. It's not a mistake, but I feel like he needs eyeballs, don't you think? I feel like he looks kind of weird without having coal eyes. If they had just gotten these buttons here and added the same thing for the eyes, I think it would have looked a little better, but it's cute nonetheless. And then last of the Wallflower Plugs, I got this Santa hat, which this one's kind of like a neon light, so it's outlined and it says I glow on it. So this one's a pretty cool little night light kind of feature. So wallflowers to put in the plugs, they had a whole bunch to choose from, but there weren't very many that I enjoyed the scent of, so I just grabbed a couple. This is Hot Cocoa and Cream, a classic Christmas favorite of mine, and this one has notes of decadent milk chocolate, fresh steamed milk, and mini marshmallows. This one is berry waffle cone, and it has notes of summer berries, waffle cone, and creamy vanilla. And then last but not least, this one's perfect for springtime. This is one of our older fragrances. This is originally from late 90s, early 2000s kind of time. This is Pink Petals, Juicy Raspberry, and Watery Pear. Now for candles, I got this Champagne Toast. I believe this was a part of a gift set or a gift box, tote, or something like that, because I don't really remember this packaging. I know during the holidays, they often make gift packages that are sold as a unit, and I think this one got broke up from its unit, and that's why it ended up being MOS. So this one has notes of bubbly champagne, sparkling berries, and sweet orange. As of lately, they've been kind of doing this thing where they do a feature perfumer collection where the perfumer creates the fragrances and then kind of describes the theme or the inspiration behind the fragrances. I don't feel like these are performing very well in my store. I'm not sure if people just don't care or if the packaging is just a little bit too bland, but either way, whenever we have one of these collections, they just don't sell well and we end up having a ton left over. So that is the case with this fragrance. This is called Gingerhinoi, and it has fresh ginger, hinoki wood, and orange zest. I don't find it's woodsy at all. To me, it's mainly just a fresh ginger scent. It actually smells just like that sugared, crystallized ginger, which is super fun to kind of crunch on. It's spicy, but a little bit sweet and sugary, so that's what that reminds me of. Different collection, but same concept of a perfumer feature. This is called My Sweet Sisters, and these ones did not do well in my store at all. We had way too many of these as well. So this one has notes of sugared cinnamon, toasted hazelnut, and cake batter. Now, to me, it doesn't really smell like that. It smells like chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven, except maybe not as good as, like, for me, a chocolate scent's gotta be hot cocoa and cream. That's done right. Chocolate can kind of go either way, where if it's artificial chocolate, it can kind of smell weird sometimes, and I'm feeling like I'm getting that vibe a little bit from this candle. Now, a chocolate scent I do like, and I was able to grab one of these. This is the Pink Hot Cocoa from Christmas time. This one came out around Candle Day last year, so I did actually pick up one then, and I liked it a lot. So when I saw this one available for MOS, I picked it up too, and it has notes of sweet ruby chocolate, whipped vanilla cream, and raspberry sprinkles. And then check this one out. This one is all the way back from 2008. And I was actually there when we were selling these originally. I remember when these were released. So I don't think this one was sitting in the back room all that time. I think what ended up happening is because a customer returned it, I think they processed it as a resellable return, but it automatically bumped it into the MOS category because it was so old. So this is the Beach Copper Coconut. It has notes of raw coconut, sea salted shells, and soft amber. To me, it kind of has a little bit of a sunscreen note to it, but it mainly smells like the coconut cocoa shea. And after these 2 room sprays, that concludes all of the home fragrance portion of this video. I got a watermelon lemonade room spray, which I already have one, but it's so old and it's starting to get low, so I really do like that in the room spray. Then I have this raspberries and whipped vanilla. So now for the category of sanitizers. I did not get any hand soaps. There weren't any hand soaps actually for MOS this time around. So just the sanitizers. I did get this lavender vanilla spray hand sanitizer. I know they did away with this size bottle and packaging, and they just re-released them in these cute little tiny new ones. So I think that's why this one ended up being MOS. So for the pocket backs, I got a huge bag's worth. So I'm just going to show you one of each fragrance. I'm probably going to end up gifting these out the quickest just because with antibacterial, they do end up expiring. And even though you can still use them to enjoy fragrance and it might clean your hands a little bit, I like to get those used up within the expiration date so that the fullest effect of the germ killing is still applicable, if you know what I mean. Here are all of the fragrances represented in that larger bag of hand sanitizers that I grabbed. We have Almond Blossom, Warm Vanilla Sugar, First Sight, which was a part of their men's portion of the wedding collection, Crystal Blue Coast, Strawberry Pound Cake, Sun-Drenched Linen, and Fresh Cut Lilacs. And the final portion of this MOS haul is all of the body care, which is probably the largest portion. I was able to grab some lip products. I grabbed one in each color that they had available. So these are matte lip creams. I've not used this formula before, so I'm interested to see how I like them, but we've got Classic Red on the top. This one is called Violet Night, and the one on the bottom here is Rose Mauve. I remember seeing these and grabbing one at the semi-annual sale for summer, but there was a leftover iced lemon pound cake lip gloss, so I also was able to purchase that one too. I don't know what was going on here, but they discontinued a large amount of travel size shower gels, and so the shower gels are the form of body care that Jose's family mainly uses the fastest and the most. So I planned on sending these little travel size shower gels their way because they have lots of people in their family, so it's like a nice variety pack that they can kind of choose which one each person wants to use. And in those travel size shower gels we have Winter Candy Apple, the Classic Original Gingham, Champagne Toast, In the Stars, Luminous, and from the men's collection we have Graphite and Ocean. And then on the topic of travel sizes, I have this gift set here. This is a fragrance that my dad likes, so I'm gonna send this one his way. This is the fragrance called Bourbon from the men's collection, and it has a travel size body cream inside, as well as a travel size shower gel and a pocket back, all in that fragrance. In the bar soaps, I've got this Inspire Love Rose and Vanilla, and I grabbed a handful of these ones because this is one of Jose's favorite fragrances, so he's got his lifetime supply of bar soap now. This is the Breathe Deep, and it's Eucalyptus Lavender. And on the topic of the Eucalyptus Lavender, this is one of my favorite MOS picks that I was able to grab. This is a gift set called Refresh and Revitalize, Effortless and Easy Self-Care Awaits. Relax, unwind, and reset with this calming spa set. So here's what comes inside. In that Breathe Deep fragrance, we've got a body butter like this, and this is a salt body scrub. I really like their salt body scrubs. I like how it dissolves in the shower instead of something like sand that just kind of exists forever. So if you ever have to get a body scrub, make sure you get sugar or salt. So I like it for that reason. And this is so cool. It's like a Bath & Body Works branded. You can kind of see their wooden logo on there. It's like a dry brush. I think this is the last of the aromatherapy that I grabbed. These are Pillow Mist. I think these were released the fall of last year. So this one is called Relaxing Midnight, and it's chamomile patchouli. And then the red one here is called Renewing Meadow Walk, and it's got rose and magnolia. All right, are you hanging in there so far? This is what we've got left for the body care. So hang in there, we're almost done. I can't help it. I'm a true 90s girl at heart. I just love my Cucumber Melon. It's my OG classic 90s scent. So this is the 25th anniversary when Cucumber Melon turned 25 years old, so they did this fun anniversary packaging. This one has notes of crisp cucumber, watery honeydew, summer cantaloupe, sparkling grapefruit, and sheer woods. This is one of my favorite new releases. This is the Sweetheart Cherry, and it came out around Valentine's Day. It has wild cherry, crushed pistachio, and whipped vanilla. I had this in a travel size, but I'm excited to now have it in a full size. This is the Fiji Sunshine Guava Teeny. This has notes of sun-kissed guava, fresh orange, and seaside jasmine. I have never owned Peach Bellini in a body care before, so I'm glad to be able to now. This is the Fine Fragrance Mist of Peach Bellini. I've had it in candles and hand soap before. I think even a room spray too, but never body care. So this one is Succulent Peach, Sparkling Prosecco, and Sweet Orange. So they release a tropical collection around March, like spring break time every year, and this is a bunch of travel size fine fragrance mists from that collection. So I've got a nice assortment now. So we've got the Bahamas, Passion Fruit, and Banana Flower. And then we have Costa Rica, which was the pink pineapple sunrise in the middle there. And then on the end, Thailand, Sweet Kiwi, and Starfruit. I actually really ended up liking this one. This one is one of my favorite releases as of this year, actually. I really enjoyed using this one earlier this summer. This one I paired with the Tahiti Island Dream. It kind of has a little bit of that candy-like bubblegum fruity scent to it that I really enjoy in a fragrance during the summertime, so I was glad to be able to get a backup of that one especially. Not as old as that 2018 candle, but this one's a little bit of a time travel. This is from 2022, and this is Merry Cookie. I love Christmas cookies by Bath & Body Works when they did that in a body care a while ago, and so I'm glad to have this as a backup because if they're not identical, they're at least very, very similar. So I've got that one now. They're still selling this in stores now, so it's not that this is discontinued, but I think this was a part of a Christmas gift set and it got kind of broken apart in the bins there. So this is Into the Night in the body cream. It has notes of raspberry noir, amber crystals, velvety rose petals, creamy patchouli, and mocha musk. So a very deep, dark, complex fragrance. Jose's niece loves this fragrance, so it's coming her way. We're moving on to body lotions now. I've got Butterfly, same thing here. We're still selling this one, but I think this is an older packaging, so when they repackage, they discontinue all of the original packaging. So raspberry nectar, iris petals, and airy vanilla. This is one of my mom's favorite fragrances, and honestly, it's probably one of mine too. I love Cotton Candy Clouds. It's such a good one. We love to wear it during fair time because we love cotton candy during fair time, of course. So spun sugar, pink berries, and whipped vanilla are the notes. And last but not least, we've got shower gels. So this one is another one inspired by my mom. I will pass this her way. This is Thousand Wishes. Once again, this fragrance is not being discontinued by any means. It's just a part of a gift set, and so therefore it had gotten discontinued through that gift set. The notes are pink prosecco, sparkling quince, crystal peonies, gilded amber, and amaretto cream. This is one of my favorites at the beach. So this one is white frangipani blossoms, toasted coconut, bergamot waters, sea salt breeze, and sun-kissed musk. I love this as my fragrance to pair with sunscreen because it just has like a natural beachy sunscreen scent. Bourbon strawberry vanilla. This one doesn't have the notes listed on it, but I can put them on the screen over here. But this one is like a rich, almost musky version of a strawberry scent. But in the shower gel, it comes off way fruitier than it did in the spray and the lotion. I actually have the original release of this fragrance, and I know it was one that people wanted to come back, and so this was the return of that fragrance. We've got an old school fragrance. This is Juniper Breeze. I've never actually used this one. When I smell it in the bottle, it's not really a scent that I'm normally drawn towards, but I'm actually looking forward to giving it a try sometime. So this one is juniper leaves, green apple, blue jasmine, fresh woods, and dewy musk. This is the 2023 edition of Love Always Wins, and the fragrance notes on this one are golden starfruit, fresh coconut water, and cedarwood heart. Now, I kind of passed this up. I looked over it. I'm not really sure why. So I sniffed it in store briefly and was like, meh. But now that I smell it at home, I'm like, ooh, that smells good. I love coconut water scents because it's like a fruity version of a coconut. So I'm excited that I have this now. I kind of wish I had it in the lotion and the spray too. So I slept on this one, and now I'm glad at least to have the shower gel. We talked about sweet pea earlier. I also got it in a shower gel besides that wallflower bulb. So sweet pea, watery pear, sheer freesia, luscious raspberry, and soft musk. Whew, are you still with me? This is the last one. This is a men's shower gel called Canyon, and this one has notes of black pepper, desert sand, and crisp vetiver. And with that, we are done. That was the MOS haul. Thank you for tuning in to today's largest MOS haul you will probably ever see in your life. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below. I've never asked this question before, but what is your favorite of the body care signature collection fragrances? So the signature fragrances are the non-seasonal scents, so not really the things that are usually on the tables, but the stuff that lives on the walls and the body care wall all year round. What of those fragrances are your favorite? I think if I were to have to narrow it down, mine would either be Sweet Pea or At the Beach. But you let me know what your favorite signature collection fragrance is, and I will see you in my next video. Until next time, bye.